What's up? It's me, Elay, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Thank you for coming back into another celebrity news and things. Y'all, that last video and that first video I did was so funny. I have a feeling that they probably saw it over there at the Joe Budden Podcast production. No, JBPP. Yeah, she said PP. I put too many letters in it. Pronoun, adjectives, verse. One of them things, I put too many of it in there. It's not Joe Budden Podcast production. It's JBP. Nonetheless, when I tried to look up who Richard Parks is, y'all, I didn't see a detailed paragraph in there or some type of ordinance of separation and identification markers in Wikipedia, like how Wikipedia rolled out the deck. You know, no shade or anything like that. I didn't see anything like that in there. So the closest thing I got was AI overview. Let's roll it. According to AI overview, Parks Valley, I hope I'm saying it right, because for some reason I want to say Valley. Parks Valley, help me Lord. I'm sorry, I'm going to start this over again. No edits. Parks Valley, also known as Parks, is a producer, engineer, and mixer who gained prominence for his work on Joe Budden Podcast. He is also known for his work on albums by Kanye West, Drake, and Mary J. Blige. He became a former co-host of the Joe Budden Podcast after initially, dang, I put that extra N in there. Why, Lord? Why? Initially, I separated myself from my parents. And it still seems like the ignorance still slips up in my language. Save me, Father, save me. As I continue on, he became a formal co-host of the Joe Budden Podcast after initially appearing in episode 126. When the studio location moved to his living room. What? Stick to the topic, LA. Stick to the topics. Ooh, Sacagawea, say me. Indians don't kill me. I try to refrain from cussing. I gotta stick to the script. The Joe Budden Podcast, after initially appearing in episode 126, when the studio location was moved to his living room for renovations, according to Wikipedia. Here's a more detailed breakdown. Work on the Joe Budden Podcast. Parks initially appeared on the podcast as an audio engineer. When the studio moved to his house for renovations, whose house? Rob's house. Stick to the effing script, LA. God dog it, time is money. I'm sorry. You're sorry. Shouts out to, what's that crazy movie with them three witches? Witchcraft, Warcraft, Creep, Minecraft, War of the City, Lords of the City. Shouts out Chile. What is the Warcraft, Witchcraft, The Craft? My mind, Lord, my mind. If y'all want to drop some funds in the cash out, I will use those funds to get me some brain pills. Cash App $ elaytv Productions LLC. Give me some brain vitamins, cause I'm falling apart. Must be all this smog in this city. Now we gonna roll into Mordecai. Mordecai, voiced by JT Quintel, is a 6.023-year-old. So that means like he's a 6'23" anthropomorphic blue jay who works as a groundskeeper at the park. Yeah, I like how I rolled through that. I don't even know what anthropomorphic means, but I said that. Give me my prize. He has been best friends with Rigby ever since childhood. Mordecai is more, dang it, this word, y'all, come on, man. Constance, the noble is the closest thing I can see. Conscientious, Jesus, save me. I'm not editing any of this out because the struggle is real sometimes, and this I can only be me. Hey, take me as I am. Oh, hell no. Okay, Mary J. Blige. Okay, back to who Mordecai is. He has been best friends with Rigby ever since childhood. Mordecai is more conscientious, intelligent, responsible, and mature about his actions than Rigby is, which sometimes lead to him opposing Rigby when he is the cause of some kind of chaotic problem, albeit unintentionally. Even though Mordecai dislikes his job, he is often willing to put up with it begrudgingly, as opposed to Rigby, who is more open about his hatred towards his job and prone to avoid work as much as possible. However, Mordecai usually sides with his friend occasionally, going along with Rigby's attempts to get out of work, and the two generally stick together through their adventures. Mordecai loves to play video games and is a better player than Rigby. He also demonstrates decent strengths such as carrying large boulders, fighting Death Bear, never getting hurt by Rigby's punches, and being able to punch Rigby across an entire room with ease. He can sometimes become caught up in his emotions, even letting them get the better of him. However, he is usually quick to apologize to others if he has hurt them, and most of the time takes the lead in fixing a situation. Mordecai's romantic life is the subject of several episodes, particularly his crush on Margaret Smith, Margaret, a red Robin who worked as a waitress at a local coffee shop. I don't know if we can say that word on this platform nowadays. A red-chested Robin, who worked as a waitress at a local coffee shop. Mordecai would often hang out with her, along with Rigby and Eileen Roberts. Mordecai had many failed attempts at starting a relationship with her. Mordecai had many failed attempts. Stay in character, Elay. Well, it's too late now. The bread's out of the basket. Mordecai had many failed attempts at starting a relationship with her due to either his own nerves or Margaret having a boyfriend at the time. He attempted to date other people in Yes Dude Yes and Meet CJ. Though the two have a lot in common, they part ways at the end of the episode. Mordecai and Margaret finally begin to date in the 4th season until Margaret decides to leave for college, thus ending their relationship and causing Mordecai to go into a depression. Mordecai later bumps into CJ at New Year's Eve party, and so on and so on and so on. Let's speed through all that banter, because right here this wraps up the comparison with Richard Parks in an epilogue at a regular final battle. Mordecai quits the parts ways with Rigby, moves to New York City. Welcome to New York City. Welcome to New York City. And returns to making art. He opens a successful exhibition and meets a bad woman who he eventually marries and starts a family. Mordecai's wife was not given a name in the show, and so on. So, there we go. Mordecai is the mature one, has a relationship that's off and on, but finally turns the car around and get back to the thing he loves, which is selling art, making a living off of that, and having a family. That's pretty much what it is, boy, with Mordecai. And another thing. According to this small, tiny sentence, no hate at all, Wikipedia provided his full name. Ladies and gentlemen, his full name is Richard Parks Valley. My name is Elay, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. And I just realized I'm not supposed to say that part yet because I have to cut this part, to which I'm not going to edit out. I am not going to edit out. and show y'all my notebook tabulations of written notes, spoken word. Shouts out Mel. She be going to spoken word. That's what they say on JBP. Ba, ba, ba. And for some reason, let me just keep going. I don't know why Joe Budden showed up to the spoken word podcast and he dipped out in the back because he didn't want to be seen. He didn't want to be seen. All right, I'm gonna stop it right here so I can roll my notes real quick. Let me find the stop. But no, this is so tacky. I'm not taking any of this out. You get me all or nothing, Mary. All or nothing.
Alright, how are they the same? These notes have been written slash, yes, I said written slash, by Elay of elaytv Productions LLC. How are they the same? Number 1, they both are tall. Number 2, Mordecai works at a park, and Park's last name is Parks. That's so cool. Number 3, out of the current crew on the Joe Budden Podcast, JBP, Parks too seems to be one of the members who, quote, is more conscientious, intelligent, responsible, and mature about his actions, like Mordecai. Next, they both made a living making art. And finally, they's married, y'all. They both's married. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to join me in the Morning Move with elaytv. Yo, I tried to draw a cow, but it looks more like a horse. You know, my drawing skills be up and down, man. You know, up and down, in and out. That's what love is all about. Shouts out to Deborah Cox, Melissa Ford. You know, y'all both Canadians. You know where your girl Deborah Cox at, you know. Come on out here. We need some good music. And let's be sure to let's make YouTube great again, please. Let's make YouTube great again. Now I can do the closing. My name is Elay. Pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Thank y'all for coming in and subscribing to all my day 1, day 2s, day 3s, and so on. And if day 1s and infinities. Y'all have a good day, y'all. I'm about to go give me a turkey sandwich or something. Bye-bye.